Today, I'm testing out the all-new TopOak Galaxy Light, the lightest rooftop tent in TopOak's lineup. I've had the chance to test most of their tents over the years. The Galaxy 1.0, the Stellar, Galaxy Pro, the Nebula, and now this one. What immediately stood out to me is the weight. In the large option, it comes in at 110 pounds. It's a great fit for how I travel. I spend a lot of time on narrow trails and off-camber terrain, where keeping a low center of gravity really matters. My Forerunner's already loaded with gear, so I try to be mindful of where I add more weight. There are a lot of ultralight wedge tents out there, but they can vary greatly in quality, comfort, and durability, and get expensive fast. Knowing TopOak's history of solid construction and smart design, I'm expecting they've carried that same quality into this lighter tent. Let's find out. The first thing I notice is how this tent sits on the Forerunner. The new hinge design up front means it pivots forward when open. On my setup, it does fit, but I don't have a millimeter to spare since I need room for my pod lights. The rest of the install is pretty straightforward. Same hardware you'll find with most rooftop tents. If you're enjoying the video and want to help support the channel, take a second to subscribe. It really helps me keep making more of these installs and reviews. I also wanted to show a couple of optional add-ons for the Galaxy Light, the roof bars and the Anderson port hub. Since this tent is so new, TopOak sent these to me separately, and they didn't arrive before I had to leave for the trip, so you won't see these out on the trail. The roof bars mount easily with the included brackets and give you a clean, solid platform for accessories or solar. The Anderson port and the USB DC hub kit comes with everything you need: the plug, rivets for mounting, and all the wiring. It also includes an optional DC cord, which is new from previous models and lets you use the hub even without an Anderson port. The hub itself has 3 USB and 3 USB-C ports, plus a DC input, and you can mount this inside your tent with the adhesive backing. You can drill through the bottom of your tent to properly mount the Anderson plug, or just route the cord out one of the doors. With everything secure, it's time to hit the road. We are heading west and starting in the Buffalo Gap National Grassland. Hours on the highway and heavy crosswinds didn't faze the tent at all. Once we hit the dirt, we dropped into one of my favorite trails in the area. It's remote, rugged, and full of creek crossings that'll test your approach and departure angles. This place is always a highlight. Quiet, wide open, and a perfect spot to spend the first night before heading into the mountains. The tent traveled great on top of the Forerunner, no complaints, and I didn't notice any change in gas mileage. Once I pulled into camp, it was time to set up the tent. I'm running the large version of the Galaxy Light, which weighs in around 110 pounds. When opened, it measures 83 inches long, 51 inches wide, and 58 inches tall. Enough space for 2 people. TopOak also makes an XL version, which is slightly wider at 56 inches and weighs around 136 pounds. It's a great option if you're camping with a small child or pet. The black gas struts lift the tent open with ease, even in the wind. The telescoping ladder uses a new hook system that mounts underneath and inside the tent instead of to the exterior. This change is due to the new clamshell design. It's simple, secure, and feels more integrated than older designs. One of the standout features is the rear kickout. The extension in the back is what makes TopOak's wedge tents feel so much more spacious inside. They've built a new U-bar lockout system that pushes the kickout open and locks it in place. It's simple, strong, and effective. The winds that day were steady at around 15 to 20 miles an hour and gusted up to 30, and the U-bar lockout system held solid. The Rainfly is identical to the one on the Galaxy Pro and similar to the Nebula. It uses 4 support rods that pull it tight, adding a little protection from rain or snow when getting in and out. Like the rest of the Galaxy series, the Galaxy Light has mounting channels on top, great for things like solar panels or small accessories. That pretty much wraps up the exterior setup. Fast, simple, and easy. No stress pulling into camp late, this one goes up pretty quick. I feel this tent is the perfect size and weight for the 4Runner. The 51-inch large version barely sticks out from the roof rack, and it looks like it was built for this rig. Another nice feature of this tent is a dedicated diesel heater port that fits a vent hose between 3 and 3.5 inches. I'm running my new HCalory Max all-weather diesel heater. I'll have a full video on that coming out soon. Out here in the grasslands, it's late fall. Warm enough for a t-shirt during the day, but the temps drop fast at night. Having this kind of creature comfort out here is a nice luxury. Time to move inside. Something you'll notice right away when entering the tent is that there's plenty of pocket storage throughout, including ceilings and side panels for gear, phones, or smaller essentials. It also includes an LED light strip powered by a simple USB connection. I'm running mine off a small battery bank, and it comes with a remote to adjust hue and brightness. There's also a skylight with a full blackout zipper cover, perfect for keeping out that early morning light. For airflow, you'll find ventilation panels on both sides near the top of the tent. Small detail, but it makes a big difference overnight. The inside of the roof is lined with anti-condensation fabric, and below there's an 1.5" high-density foam mattress with a condensation mat underneath to help manage moisture. Simple, functional, and well thought out. Everything you need for a comfortable night at camp. After a long day on the road and now that camp is set up, it's time to slow down and make some dinner. My dad's along for this trip. Moments like this are the ones you don't forget. As the sun drops behind the hills, I sit back with a cold one and enjoy the view. It's a cold, quiet morning. Time for some coffee before packing up. I slept great last night. The heater kept the tent warm, and the blackout fabric kept the light out until I was ready to get up. Although the mattress is on the thinner side and a bit firm, I was surprisingly comfortable. Breaking down the tent is quick and easy, and in just a few minutes, everything's packed and ready to hit the road. It's time to head west into Wyoming and up into the Bighorn Mountains. After a few days on the road with the TopOak Galaxy Light, I've had a chance to really see what it's all about. I love the balance of size and weight. At just over 100 pounds, it's a perfect fit for the 4Runner. The low profile makes a big difference on the highway and on rough trails. And even through high winds and rough mountain climbs, it never budged. Setup and breakdown are quick, and the build quality is exactly what I come to expect from TopOak. Solid construction, smart design, and the right amount of detail where it matters most. The rear kickout adds space without bulk, and the blackout fabric, heater port, and even the simple lighting setup are great features for a lightweight design. I've tested most of TopOak's lineup, and this one hits a sweet spot. It's light, clean, and capable. Everything you actually need in a rooftop tent, and nothing you don't. If you're interested in checking out this tent or any other tents that TopOak offers, I have an affiliate link and a discount code in the description below. It helps support the channel and saves you some money too. If you enjoy gear reviews, installs, and trip videos, make sure to subscribe. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.